Alright, this is Calibos, and we're back to Beyond the Skies. So, I looked it up, and this, the Cinder Plint, is the item that turns anything into ash. So we're gonna hop up to the beginning. Maybe I didn't set a home. So, set home, ember. Then we're gonna hop back up to the top. And the reason I wanted to hop back up here is we want to make a cobble gen. I had one in my diamond diamond backpack, which is right here, and I can't imagine why I didn't see it before. So cobble gen. I don't believe that it has to be a great cobble gen. Embers. Ember. So we're just gonna pop that down here. Let it do its wild and happy thing. We're gonna put an item pipe onto that. And then we're going to make a item extractor. That would be one of these. And go. Pop it there. We could just kind of like not use them, but it's the mod, I guess. So, as you see, it now has a cobble in it. We could take that cobble out if we want, but we don't want to. So, when it's done cooking stuff, it drops it in the thing underneath, whatever is underneath a container. So we are going to have to make a container that it likes. And in this case, embers is called a bin. So they're not super hard to make. Bin. There we go, bin. And so when it is done with anything, any of the machines are done, they output below them into a bin. And so from the bin, we want to make another item extractor. Pop that bad boy on there. And then we take the item pipe and hook that up there and take the hopper. And then, of course, this is embers, so we're going to give it a lever. If you like to think that the lever is happy and you like Bob Ross, then there you go. It's a happy little lever. So the next step in this journey is we need to move power. So let's get our hammer, because the hammer is the wrench of this mod. So we'll take the ember shard, do that, pick this up, do that. So that is nearly full. So what we want to do is place an emitter here, and we want to place a receptor here. Then we start with the receptor. There should be like clanging noises. Wait. Options, sounds, blocks on. There we go. So that theoretically should do it. Possibly. What options? Embers. We want embers to be actually showing us things. Like, I can't tell if it's firing or not. Oh. Give me that. Oh, man. this is the thing that annoys me about embers. I think it's just gone. Well, that happened. I'm not actually sure that it's firing because that should be like emitting smoke. Oh, remember everybody, got to have levers. If you don't have levers, you don't have embers. So we're gonna, it didn't give it back to me. Okay, well, I'm just gonna assume it's gone forever. So one of the things that we can do to make sure that it's actually like doing stuff, and you can see that it is we can make an interim thing. So we'll make a drawer, get a drawer, basic drawer, go, basic drawer, chest, go. Do we not have oak chest? Okay, so basic drawer. So we put the basic drawer here, and it automatically goes. Then we can did we get it back? We did, because it doesn't fit. So item pipes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so item extractor. That's the fluid extractor. Now, I agree that this is needlessly complicated. We shouldn't technically need a filter on this, but in my mind this is more than just a filter. Because we are going to be producing more ash than we're using. All right. So that's that. Now, one of the things that we need to worry about doing is having a battery. And not just a battery, but Embers is all about being able to direct. Now, as I recall, you can only have an emitter going to one place. Any number of emitters can go into a single receptor, but an emitter only goes one place. So because we only have one emitter producing power, we need to worry about how that's going to work for us. So we need to work towards making Dawnstone. Dawnstone is not super complicated to make. Interesting. So we're going to need the probably the combustion chamber, I think it is. Let's go look at our thing. Smithing, natural energy. We've got the fluid vessels. We're going to need some. So we'll need the pressure refinery, the ember activator, and the bin. So, okay, so that actually... that actually is going to help us get more power out of it. So let's make a... let's make one of these. So we need a pressure refinery. We want to put it on a metal block with lava or fire around it. So let's get gold. I don't know. We can do gold. So we'll take 1 block of gold. Then we need lava. So this is basically buckets of lava. Now we need some cobblestone really quick. Can I have some cobblestone, please? Thank you. So we'll put this here. I think I remember something about this too. I can count. Apparently I cannot count. Apparently I cannot count. So we're going to put our gold block down here. Then we're going to put our lava there and hope that we do not fall in it, because I'm likely to do so. There we go. So now we need the pressure refinery, and conveniently it is a quest. Block of copper, furnace, pressure refinery. So this goes here. And so now we need to pump fluid into it. So first, let's do that. Now we need a source of fluid. I wonder where we're going to get fluid. How about an ender tank? There it is. We'll need one of these. We'll need one of these. And then we'll need one of these. Then we'll need some lapis. Pop that in there, get rid of those. So we want to do this. And magically it fills with water. Who knew? We want to put a fluid extractor on it. We're going to need a fluid pipe. And then we're going to need, you guessed it, a lever. Bet you were surprised by that plot twist. Alright. So at this point, I think we need to break that. We need to break that, and we need to, do we have tape? Yes. Let's do that, and that, and that's in here. Tape. So we'll packing tape that, pick it up, Oh, oh. New plan. Place that down. Wreck the entire thing. Drawer. So we have 2 basic drawers. And we have 1 here and 1 here. And then we do an item pipe like so. And then we get a key and we lock this. If I were a key, where would I hide? So, shard, crystal. So theoretically, $34.91. So we'll check that in a little bit. So theoretically, what's going to happen is we need item pipes here and not there. We want an item extractor, and then we want that lever. So now that should be doing that, and we pop the dial on it. See what we're getting. So that's filling up really fast. So we can have an ember emitter there and an ember emitter there. We'll put a lever on this one, and then we're going to link, turn that on. That powers that. So I'm hoping that it's working. Pretty that up just a little bit. So what are we looking at as far as this goes? So it's still, no, it's not producing anymore. Let's turn this off and see if it gets any in a second. All right, so we've done that. We've got the pressure refinery that gives us the slime balls, which we, man, where are we going to get slime balls? So it is working. Okay, that's good to know. Key. We'll turn that off until we have one more, and then we'll lock it. So now we need the centrifuge. So the centrifuge, what it does is it takes 2 molten liquids and mixes them together. So in order to make the liquids molten, I think that we need the combustion chamber. So we're going to lock that. We're going to pop that on. There we go. So let's make the combustion chamber really quick. Combustion chamber. So in order to do that, we have to make the exchange tablet. Now, this is not really as hard as you might think it would be. but we do need a stamper to get there. So we'll need the stamper and the stamp base. So we're actually going to have to run upstairs and make some more of that stuff. So we have any of the chemite in here? Chemite. We'll take some of this. We'll come over to the smelting factory. We'll do that. And that should give us some bricks. Alright, so we want the smelter, or stamper. Stamper. So now we have the stamper and the stamper base. We're also going to need the alchemy pedestal and some exchange tablets. Maybe I'm missing a step here. Let's check the book. So the book could be more helpful, I will admit. So the board gives you this, which leads to this, which leads to this, and the bin. Chemite dials, atmospheric gauge, which just ignore what it says in the atmospheric gauge, it doesn't matter. Now to get ores, so we need a melter, a mixer centrifuge, and a stamper. And that will lead us to stuff. So the copper cell is supposed to be... It's supposed to be a small battery, but I've not really had much luck with it in the past. So we need some more bricks. So when you put ores in the melter, it melts them down. Put anything in the melter, it melts it down. Do I not have one of these? So let's make this just in case. Because I do believe that you need this to make the Dawnstone. Centrifuge. Yay! We did complete a quest. Eventually, at some point, I knew we would have to. So the combustion chamber, I think that requires... so anything that requires the crystal cluster requires the alchemy. Alchemy requires Dawnstone. Dawnstone, I think that we have all of the pieces to do. Hey you, want to see a cool thing? Bye. That's distracting. So let's go with the melter really quick. We need to put a embers. We need to put a liquid reservoir underneath it. Centrifuge. And transfer. I know there's a fluid tank in this one. Fluid vessel. And surprisingly, it's called fluid vessel. I knew that. vessel. Hi. Bye. They must be appearing on the thing up there. So anyway. Toss those. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have a fluid vessel below where your, I wonder if I can make this work. Alright, so we need to have a melter now on there. So if you have the hammer, or is it the hammer? Maybe it's the, I don't know. Oh, wait. I think I remember. It's an what's it called? So there's actually a tool which allows you to gain some information about things that you're looking at. I want to say it's like a monocle or something. But basically it would tell you that you would input items at the top and liquids come out the bottom. And it also tells you where to put your I think items and ember both go at the top actually. So let's pop a lever on that. Let's make a few, because I suspect we're going to need some. So now we have ember going into this. So the purpose of this is if we take a fluid pipe, and we're going to need some more fluid pipes. Fluid pipes. Alright, there we go. Some more fluid pipes. And we're going to need some fluid extractors. Because fluid extractor. Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay. So we're going to need fluid extractors here and here. Well, there, and then it's going to come up. It's an item pipe. It's a fluid pipe. And it's got to go up, as I recall, to, let's see, we need another bin. Bin. Because remember, bins collect all of our items. So we're going to put it, oops. Bin. And so we want to have, is it a bin or a tank under the mixer centrifuge? I cannot remember. I think it's actually the fluid thing. Fluid vessel. So we'll do this, and if I'm wrong, we'll just fix it. But we have the mixer centrifuge, and we put that on top of there. So now we want to have a fluid pipe. We're going to have one go in here, and then one go in here. So one of the things that I have done in the past, briefly, is I've basically done this. So the goal of this is to not make the build more complicated, but it allows us to direct which way this is going. So at some point we're going to want to go in one side, and at some point we're going to want it to go in another side. And that's really all there is to it. I think, can we just put a lever? I think that there's a way to put a valve or something, like actually in it. So like if we fluid extractor here goes into this side, and then we could just do a fluid pipe. I know, this is getting pretty wild and crazy. One of the problems with some of these mods is they don't actually make very good, they're not very space efficient, as it were. So these are both off. So theoretically what happens is we put stuff in here, then it comes into here. Once we can see what it is, we can pick the direction that it's going in through this long and complicated mess. So that's sort of the plan. You know, wish us luck. We can now put this in here, and that in there, and that in there. That can go there, that can go there. We're not using these right now, they can go away. Alright. So this should have power in it now. That's basically full. So we're up to 38 of that and stuff. So one of the things to watch out for, and I'm not sure that we have it anywhere yet, is can we make the goggles? Not yet. Is if you see any of your pipes smoking, it's not because they're going to explode, it's because they're full of items. Well, I guess they may explode, but they probably won't. So let's look at what we need for Dawnstone. To make molten Dawnstone, well, actually, let's see. So molten Dawnstone has to be stamped in a bar stamp. And then that gives us an ingot. So we need to set up the stamper now. So let's put the stamper here. And remember, we have to put a bin under it first. So we'll put the bin, put the stamper base. Now you need one space between the base and the stamper itself. So however you choose to set it up, it needs that. So the top is where you get your power from. So we're going to pop a lever on this, and then we're going to take the hammer. We're going to do our linking music. And now that will fill up. So our next thing here is, you'll notice that it needed plates. So Dawnstone requires plates from the bar stamp. Bar stamp is a raw bar stamp, and we make that with 4 Cambonite blend like that, and then we cook it. So let's, there. Let's hop up to the home really quick. So we need a bar stamp. So we need one of those. So let's look at the various stamps we can get, because we're going to need a couple of them. We're going to need a flat stamp. We're going to need a plate stamp. Aren't we going to need a... Maybe it's just those. I thought there was more. Smelting factory. Cook those down. So the catalysts. What do we need for the catalysts? Or the asbestos. So, okay, that's plates. That's fine. So we hop back down to the bottom. Alright, so we're at 37 minutes. It's going to be it's going to be a long episode, but I didn't want it to be that long. So we'll call it here. Well, Dawnstone. Dawnstone. So molten Dawnstone is melting recipe. So Dawnstone mixing recipe is copper and gold. So if we put copper and gold in this, it will make molten Dawnstone. So let's get some copper and gold really quick. Now I'm just going to do this. We're also going to need a way to put it in there, because it will only melt one at a time. So I mean, technically I suppose we could just do that. And now it is attempting to melt it down. So we just right-clicked it on there. If you want to automate it, you could, you know, as easily get a hopper or something. Or if you were being super fancy, you could set in the items, whatchamacallit, the item ducts. So we're going to pump liquids into this. Make sure these are off. Do I need to pump it from higher? Okay, so let's raise this. Maybe I needed it to be a little higher. Fluid extractor. Maybe I didn't need the fluid pipe. Oops. So now we're going to put the lever up here. There we go. So let's do this really quick. So now as it melts it down, it's going to go into here. It is possible I may have miscalculated slightly. Uh, 20. So, okay, so this should be melting down, and this should be full. Oh, well, that's exciting. Do I need to go up again? I'm just having one of those days. Okay, so it's got the molten gold going into it. Now I think where the copper went. I think I better play with it because clearly I am messing something up. I don't know. There was a thing. Now there is not a thing. I'm not sure where it went. I will sort it out. We have had a super long episode. Much longer than I would like it to have been. And I will consult my notes and see what I'm doing wrong. Sadly, the Embers mod does need a better set of instructions to go with it, and I do not think that that is forthcoming. So yeah, we'll pick this up later. If you like the episode, leave a like. If you don't. Question, comments, concerns can all go below. I hope you folks have a great night.